everyone. Thank you. Okay, I don't have fancy PowerPoints because someone told me if you have the power and the point, you don't need that. So focus on me, okay? Okay, let's begin. Let me ask you a question. What makes a successful professional life? The person standing here is a confident lady, leading a social enterprise in Hong Kong. Probably someone quite respectful or successful that has some life experience or learning that I can share with you. But this person in the past was suffered from depression, low self-esteem, doubt, and lots of fear. What I'm about to share with you today is how breakdowns became the catalyst of some of my major decisions in my career life. Breakdown is good if you can follow through what I describe as the 4R. Realize, rethink, restart, then rebuild. And this is how I embraced breakdown and became who I am today. I would define my adolescence period and my young adult life very fortunate. I was a good student, studied at good school with good grades all the way. I studied in my first choice of subject in university, and I was immediately got hired by one of the biggest 4A's advertising agencies in Hong Kong as a copywriter. Wow, my dream job. I work with global clients, trendy brands. I met famous directors and celebrities, even lucky enough to get on glamorous stages to receive some awards. I enjoyed the time staying at the top of the game, and my title was getting bigger and bigger, so was my salary, for sure. Over that, around like 10 years time in advertising, my personal values was somehow based on the achievement, the fame, the status, the leadership that I want, and also recognitions from others. I thought I'm very happy, I'm satisfied. Until one night, I didn't want to go to sleep because I was so afraid that I need to wake up the next morning to face my work. I began quarrel a lot with my colleagues. I avoided meetings and I somehow pretended sick. I didn't realize actually it's the little disagreement between myself and my boss accumulating, the meaningless time I spent on meetings without any action, the shrinking of room for creativity, and also ridiculous comments and unreasonable demands from the clients. All these added up to my negative feelings. My quality of work became worse, and I hated myself. I hated myself and I hate my work. I lost my root of happiness and satisfaction, and this tore my confidence apart. I lost my creativity, and I lost myself. I was struggling in this depressing period for almost 1 year. I tried to travel a lot, so to get myself out of this miserable situation and horrible feeling, until one time, I literally cried on the plane when I'm on the way back to Hong Kong because I have a meeting next morning. At that point, I knew I was completely broken down. I questioned about everything in my life. I questioned my fundamental beliefs and values, and that shook me to the core. I realized I have to quit the job, and I have to accept the fact that I failed, first time ever in my life. But does it mean that by just quitting the job we'll be able to put things back to normal or on the right track? Of course, the answer is no. Things will not just happen like that. It's not the experience of breakdown to make you become stronger. Just embracing breakdown will not be able to steer you to face the future challenges and hardship. It is the result and also the work that on top of the breakdown to be able to make you become a stronger person. I was actually hoping breakdown can help me to form a new set of beliefs and rebuilding myself. But at that point, I have no clue. And I was a control freak because I'm a Virgo and I'm a perfectionist. If things are out of my certainty, I will get absolutely freaked out and feel very insecure. So you can imagine, if you quit the job without a very concrete next step and a plan, could freak me out and I will drive me like extremely crazy. But during that depressing period, I also realized no matter how desperately I want to change myself, the more I feel I'm not enough. And no matter how hard I want to control my fear and insecurity, the more I feel I'm powerless. Conversely, if I just try to understand and just try to accept the feeling and impulse, somehow I'm able to process it. So I said to myself, I don't give a shit. I handed the letter, bye-bye, without a plan. So I traveled around, try to see the world, and I helped a friend at his coffee shop, just do random stuff, not much concrete, nothing concrete. And of course, not much help in regaining myself until I met a friend who was working in an NGO at that time. I just randomly asked for any volunteering opportunity, maybe teaching in Guangxi or Cambodia for a few months. And she asked me, what are you good at? I thought, I'm good at writing. So a few weeks later, she called me up, saying, there was a newly set up NGO looking for a content writer for their website. And that's how I met the managing director of Habitat for Humanity. Instead of being hired as a content writer, he offered me the job to head up the communications department. Hey, but hang on. I have plenty of volunteering experience. Doesn't mean I know how to work in an NGO. I don't know how they operate. And I don't know what things would turn out if it is not what I wanted and as I planned. And most importantly, I need to cut 40% of my salary. Wow, 40%, that's a lot. I have lots of fear. I didn't know what my life will become without that 40%. And I totally don't know what to do. But I also ask myself, what will I lose if I just give a try? I have no kids, I have no mortgage, I have no burden. And I'm already at the bottom of my self-esteem and happiness. What else I can lose? At that point, I realized I'm completely empty. Also means I'm completely free. This breakdown allows me to restart myself from scratch. Because I'm so fresh and I'm so inexperienced in that field, I have a lot to learn. But every new piece of information and every new knowledge excited me. And I also need to let go a lot of my ego and ask for help. Because NGO, limited resources, somehow I need to ask for pro bono. But I didn't realize how much love and support my friends and my co-workers previously are giving me. I was surprised by their sincerity from directors, photographers, celebrities, media partners, all helped me out. All things that I've been taken for granted before became real treasures for me. I was like a sponge, absorbing all the new knowledge and slowly starting to rebuild a new me. I appreciate everything, not just the work experience that I had, but being there with the beneficiary, built houses with our own hands and sweat, witnessed the devastating situation after disasters, or just simply share the joy and tears of the families. Make me realize how lucky I was. I treasure every little thing in life and in me, even the ability to breathe. I became a more humble, thankful, and caring person, and I slowly regaining my confidence and happiness and my smile. These changes in me just happened very naturally. I didn't plan it. I have no calculation. It just happened naturally. And this compassion was growing every day. It also helped me to shape a new set of personal values. Instead of self-obsessed in achieving my personal purpose of life, I realized the more positive changes I can put in other people's life, the more profound changes in me and impact in me. Then I start seeing some limitations of working in NGO by just serving a specific group of target. I began to think, is there any way I can bring bigger changes to people around me, or even to the place that I loved, my hometown, Hong Kong? Then I come across this term social enterprise. It used to use commercial model to drive social changes. It was still a relatively new concept at that time. But I already see a lot of successful and amazing examples and stories overseas. It wowed me right away. This is exactly what I want to do. And lucky enough, there was a social enterprise in Hong Kong looking for someone to start up the company, Urban Spring. They were redefining and redesign a water station, trying to tackle the overloading single-use plastic bottle issues in Hong Kong. I met the founder and I got the offer. That self-doubt and fear struck me again. Hey, the responsibility was so big. I need to start up a company. Well, I have no startup background. I have to do product development with IoT while I have no engineering or computer science knowledge. I have to know what is in water, plastic, all this biochemistry and scientific terms while I was a complete idiot in science. I failed since I was in grade 6. It struck me. I don't think I'm ready for that job. I talked to the founder and say, I'm not sure if I have the knowledge and capability to do it. I don't think I'm ready. He simply said, no job will be waiting for you to be ready. So guess what? Do you think I took the job? Yes, of course. But it's very true that no job will be waiting for you to be ready. And I embraced the trust and the confidence in me. I asked myself, Helen, do you truly know nothing about what and how to do? You have so many years of experience, you have all the soft skills, and that can actually help. And I'm a good creator. I'm good at start things from scratch. So today, I already spent more than 3 years with Urban Spring. I was able to bring, the water station comes alive and build a network. I work with a bunch of amazing people to use commercial model driving its social changes. I see the number of bottles saved accumulating every day, and it excited me. I'm very happy at what I'm doing, and I became a much bigger sponge, still absorbing all those new knowledges from a world that I have never exposed to or can imagine in the past. I love my job, and believe it or not, I'm literally looking forward to wake up every morning to go to work. People said walking out from your comfort zone is never easy. I'm 200% agree with that statement. But it's also a very powerful thing to push you to evolve and grow. Breakdowns, no matter big or small, can actually help you and push you to face your challenges and be more aware of your own strengths and weaknesses. I never taught in school, but I'm now a part-time lecturer in one of the universities. I never enjoyed public speaking, but I'm here today standing in this red circle, able to get 15 minutes of your time and attention. In order to feel comfortable at all time is to keep expanding your comfort zone until it's big enough to even embrace your fear, your doubt, and self-incompetence. Breakdown is not the end. It's just a pause. A time to allow you to realize your problem, rethink your value, restart and rebuild a better you. It might, and I'm sure it will, push you to the next level that you can never imagine. I'm a very fortunate person because some of my major life decisions begin with breakdowns. Thank you very much.